Open houses are one of the most talked about and most misunderstood parts of real estate. If you're selling your home, you've probably been told we have to do an open house. But today we're talking about the truth behind open houses, who they really help, when they actually work, and when they don't. I'm Megan Gonzalez with Morgan Group Real Estate. We specialize in luxury and unique properties, and we help buyers and sellers make smart, strategic decisions, not the emotional ones that cost them money. Here's the part most sellers don't realize, and most agents are not going to tell you out loud. When an agent hosts an open house, they're not necessarily looking for a buyer for your home. They're looking for buyers in general to represent. Open houses are one of the biggest lead generation tools in real estate, especially when you see the same house being held open week after week after week. You know what's happening. So let's be very clear about this. Open houses every weekend are not a selling strategy. If your home has been on the market for a couple of weeks now, serious buyers are not waiting around for an open house. I promise they're going to be calling their agent and scheduling a private showing. And holding a home open repeatedly can actually send the wrong message to the market. And instead of creating demand, it looks a lot like desperation. And the truth is, when agents do this, it's often not to sell the home, it's to find more buyers for themselves, which leads to one of the most important questions you should ask when interviewing agents to list your home. Who is hosting the open house? Is it your listing agent or is it somebody else? Because agents often pawn off their open houses to other agents who are trying just to build their database. But ask yourself this: what's the point in hiring an agent if they're not even there to represent your home? Your listing agent is the one who knows your home inside and out. They know your pricing strategy. They know the feedback you're looking for. They know how to position the home and control the narrative. We hope anyways, right? A stranger sure doesn't know those things. If your agent isn't hosting the open house, it's a total waste of time. And frankly, it's just a really bad look. I'll give you a real world example. This past weekend, I saw an open house for a brand new listing here in a luxury community. This is the community where knowledge, experience, and expertise truly matters. But the listing agent wasn't there. It was just somebody else from her brokerage. And if you were the seller, would that make you feel like your agent was working hard for you? Not me. At Morgan Group Real Estate, we talk about strategy constantly because selling a home is strategic. Homes don't sell themselves. Open houses should be an event and not a routine. The most effective open house happens immediately after launch. Ideally, the home goes live on a Thursday, which gives buyers time to see it online, talk with their agent, and plan their weekend. We personally try to avoid showings before the open house unless absolutely necessary, because we want all of the traffic on launch weekend. When buyers walk into a home and see it full of other buyers, it creates FOMO, fear of missing out. And that urgency is what leads to strong offers sooner rather than later. After that launch weekend, we don't just keep holding open houses for the sake of it. We'll only do another open house if there's been a significant change, like a price reduction. That introduces the home to an entirely new pool of buyers, people who couldn't see it before at the previous price, and allows us to recreate the urgency at that new price point. And no, open houses are not right for every property. Some homes are simply too large to manage effectively with multiple guests at once. We like to keep buyers attended at all times so they can't get into trouble and so that the home is properly represented. And sometimes sellers just value their privacy, and that is completely okay. When privacy matters, we use a similar strategy with private showings. We'll book showings back to back so that as one buyer is leaving, another is arriving. That subtle overlap creates this urgency, and yeah, the FOMO once again. So the bottom line is this: open houses should be serving your goals, not your agents. They should be intentional, they should be strategic, they should serve a purpose. And if they don't, they're not helping sell your home. The takeaway here is simple. Open houses are strategic, intentional, and designed around your goals, not used as a default or a lead generation tool for your agent. If you're thinking about selling and want a real plan, not a cookie cutter approach, you can reach out to us directly. We're always happy to walk you through what makes the most sense for your home and your market. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.